Alright. Hello gamers! What is up RPG enjoyers? We are here with Sea of Stars, or as I like to call it, Peak of Stars, because that's what it is. It's Peak. Yeah, this is a game that I really like. This is a game that came out in 2023. That is the base campaign. And what we are going to be playing today is the DLC campaign, which released not too long ago actually. This was a 2025 release. You can already see the setting on the title screen here. This is going to be the world we'll be exploring with Zale, Valir, and our new friend Artie over here. And yeah, it's gonna be about, if all goes well, it's gonna be about 2.5 hours. I PB'd yesterday with a run that I thought was pretty atrocious, but you know, it is how it is. It happens like that sometimes. So yeah, we are going to be playing the DLC campaign, but I've already played the DLC campaign. Oh no! Whatever will I do? Well, thankfully, Sabotage Studios is really friendly. Like, Sabotage has been very accommodating to speedrunners. Not only is there a relic that gives us a load removed in-game timer, which we now use for the leaderboards. There's a way, you can see at the bottom, it says generate Throes of the Watchmaker save. So I have a prepped New Game Plus save right here, which I'm going to generate from. And then, yep, we have a new fresh save at the start of the DLC campaign that we can use for this run. Alright, so, yeah, time is going to start when I click load this game right here. There's going to be a lot to cover throughout the run. I'm probably gonna get caught up in talking, explaining all the mechanics. It's gonna be a disaster, it's gonna be a mess, I just know it. But it's okay, we're here to have fun. And we're here to play Peak. That being said, if we're ready, should I just give the countdown? Let me just... Okay, seem to be good. Alright, cool. Then, let's play some Peak of Stars in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright. So, like I said, this is the DLC campaign. This cannot be accessed in the game until after you've cleared the normal ending. So all of this is specifically set... Oh, whoop, that was the wrong button. No! There you go. Great start! Yeah, you have to clear the normal ending first, so we're already a ways in. We already have our large party here. Everyone's worried. The storyline is that the pirates one of the pirates is feeling unwell. He comes to us with a request, and we will try to grant him that request. So going to the Watchmaker's Clockwork Castle. Before we go in here, there's one equipment thing I need to do because this doesn't get carried over properly. There's some equipment I want to make sure is on for the final fight in the DLC. So we are currently the Solstice Warriors, Zale and Valir. Using solar and lunar magic to cleanse the Fleshmancer's dwellers. In this little world of Horloge that we're entering right now, this world inside the big clock that the Watchmaker has built, things don't quite work that way. We'll have, spoilers, we'll have an unwinnable battle coming up very shortly. Which is going to prove to us just how powerless we are as our Solstice Warrior selves in this world. And that basically serves as your introduction to how everything differs in the DLC. A lot of things from the main campaign are just out the window. All of our movesets are going to be completely different. We're going to be playing as new roles. And all of the damage types are different. So the main game has 6 damage types. Sun, Moon, Sword, Blunt, and Arcane and Venom. The DLC has 4 completely new different damage types, and doesn't use the old ones at all. So yeah, it is a completely new experience. We're gonna be seeing here, they resist our attacks. These are Piff and Poof. We're gonna be fighting them again later when we're actually able to deal proper damage to them. But for now, we just have to like let them curb stomp us because they cast locks, which we cannot break. And yeah, this is a free turn, unwinnable fight. We can't do anything against them here, so the strat is kind of to just match basic attacks out, don't even do any timed hits, and then we just lose as fast as possible. They can't kill you, but you can't kill them either. You just have to wait out these 3 turns. I'm pretty sure this fight is just unwinnable. I don't see... I'm not sure if, like, with cheats there's an ending programmed in, potentially, but yeah. So now we're caught! Oh no! They throw us into the jail. And now our new friend Artie is gonna have to bust us out. Artie is a new playable character just for the DLC. Artie is short for the Artificer, and he is basically kind of a fusion of like a whole bunch of kids that were trapped at the Clockwork Castle under a spell, which would make them die of old age instantly as soon as they leave the castle. And the way that is resolved in the main story, spoilers, is basically that all these 5 kids get into this machine and just turn themselves into robots. Or specifically, there's the consciousness of like 5 different guys in this robot. It's pretty interesting in cutscenes, where Artie gets a lot of talking, because they're always like arguing with each other, and it is pretty wacky. So yeah, 5 little guys in a trench coat in this robot right here. And he's gonna be the one to save us because he just got equipped with a laser blaster, and now he's a party member. In the main campaign, there's actually up to 6 party members. You have Zale Valier, you have Garl, you have Sarai, Roshan, and Beast. And you can change, like, they're very interchangeable. Swapping party members in the midst of battle doesn't even take a turn, so the game encourages you to swap very frequently and use everyone. And they also all level up simultaneously. For this DLC campaign, it is going to be just the 3 of us. It's going to be Zale, Valier, and Artie. We are not going to get anyone else the entire way through, so... yeah. Just the 3 of us. So, yeah, we are attempting a jailbreak here. Artie's gonna have to find some keys, navigate us through this dungeon. There's going to be, hopefully, the one fight we did just now when I entered this room pretty much, and there's going to be one fight when I rescue Zale and Valier. Those should be the only fights that we do take, ideally, because, fun fact about this game does not have a run button. So if an enemy runs into me on the overworld, or an enemy attacks me using a projectile, then a fight is initiated and I have to take the fight. I have to finish the fight. Which is pretty unfortunate for a speedrun. But we do have ways around a lot of encounters. Either we just walk around the enemies, or we like try and lure them to a specific place, or there's something that I've been using called the Mistral Bracelet, which is this thingy here, where I can make little gusts of wind that push enemies along, and there's going to be a lot of encounter skips where I use that to try and avoid the enemies. Some more tricky than others. Some are really, really difficult. There's a lot of encounter skips I'm basically not expecting to get. But we'll see how things go today. I do know that with this game, I have a very hard time performing while also trying to talk and explain everything. There is a lot to talk about in this game. There's a whole lot to explain. There's a lot of in-depth mechanics to the combat. A lot of things happening in my thought process that I want to cover. And in general, just how this game works. For anyone who's unfamiliar with it, so... we will see just how well things go today. That was an example of a Mistral Bracelet push right there. Push the guy along so I could enter this little puzzle box here. And then hopefully he shouldn't be a problem on the way out either. The Pokemon is actually a face cam, by the way. That's me. If you've ever met me in real life, you would know. You can come to BSG and other events, and you will know it is the truth. Alright, so this is going to be our second forced fight right here. This is going to be where we rescue Zale and Valir, and we finally have them as party members as well. And now things start to get a whole lot more involved with that. So now we have 3 party members to control, all of which deal different damage types and have different strengths and weaknesses. So this fight is pretty scripted. We always open by doing this, into doing this. That breaks the locks on this guy. And then Zale is going to use Juggernaut on the bottom guy, which should get rid of him completely. And then we just kind of clean up. So the basics of combat in this game are... so there's 4 types of damage, as I've mentioned. There is laser type damage, which Artie is responsible for dealing. There is Gleam type damage, which Valir is responsible for doing. Fire type damage, which only Zale can do. And then pretty much everyone has a way of inflicting Bonk type damage, which is a very funny name, I find. There's also various combo skills. You can expend combo points, you can hold up to 3, and then 2 party members perform an attack together. Where, like, for example, Heap Frog is a combo we'll get later, where technically Artie can also do Gleam type damage on his turn by using that. Combo moves do not actually use up both of the party members' turns that are involved. It's like if Valir uses Heap Frog, then Artie still gets his turn, and there's a lot of thinking to be done with that, like a lot of calculating what is my best move here and who should expend their turns in what way. There's a couple of easy encounter skips right here if I can just cut the corner properly. Never mind. Alright. I guess we'll start similarly to the forced jail fight here. Oh, I don't have... that's right. So Artie is obviously low on MP because I just used the leapfrog on him, so I guess we'll do this instead. This is a combo we pretty much never use in the run, because this encounter is optional, but for now it's probably my best bet. I was hoping the other Gatling would die as well, it's fine. Like I said, I have a very hard time properly focusing on the game while I'm talking, so... This probably won't be the last option we take today. Far from it. There's one more encounter skip coming up at the top here. This one is a little bit easier, even. There we go. Alright, yeah. So, combo moves exist. I think I covered most of the things there. Every party member also has unique skills that cost MP to use. MP can be regenerated through items by resting at campfires, or performing a basic attack with a character also restores free MP each time. Doesn't matter if it's a boosted or a normal basic attack. There's also time hits in this game. Time hits and time blocks. It's an action RPG. So on every action I take, there's like a specific time hit that I can do to power up the attack or get more hits or whatever else. And that is pretty important, especially for lock breaking. You'll see often that enemies have these locks up over their heads. They're the icons of the damage types. That means they're currently preparing a big spell. They're casting something. There's also a timer next to it, which indicates when they will start the move, how long you have left to break it, basically. And yeah, we are aiming to pretty much always try and break all the locks and prevent them from ever casting big attacks, but that is not going to be possible all the time. We'll just have to manage as best we can. That is also where no mystery locks from the category comes into play. There's a relic in the game, or I guess I should start elsewhere. So normally, locks would be entirely hidden from your view. You wouldn't be able to, you would be able to see the enemies casting 4 locks, but you wouldn't be able to see what types they are. God damn it. And that was a thing that was added / changed in an update to the game. Pretty major update known as the Dawn of Equinox update. Before that, like, what we now know as No Mystery Locks used to be the standard, but it spiced up combat a bit, so to speak. And so, yeah, this category basically just turns this relic on to go back to the old style of gameplay where you can see each enemy's locks and like use your moves accordingly. I find it makes the decision making a lot more interesting, and a lot more involved, and I generally prefer playing the game this way because you're pretty aimless with mystery locks. It is definitely a lot harder as well. It's probably fine for a casual play, but I really prefer this for the speedrun. So yeah, we just spent a while playing a minigame. That was Valir's minigame for Pole Vault, which is a skill on her we're probably never going to be using. It's not very good. But we got some good things out of the minigame. We got a whole bunch of money. And also, we got an accessory for Valir for reaching gold rank. Which is the Moon Coin Belt. And that is going to increase the healing on one of our other skills called Loon Bow, which we are going to be using quite a bit, because it's a really good source of Gleam-type damage and party healing. Yeah, right. So there's, you'll see this on every loading screen, because this is a part of the speedrun relic thing, or run verification, which is awesome. I have 3 relics enabled currently. The Speedrun Relic, Mark of the Speedrunner, Signifying Glass, which is responsible for no mystery locks, and also, this is optional, this is runner preference if you want this on or not. It's called Sequent Flare. That is what denotes whether I got a timed block or a timed hit. Like on top of the little audio cue, you just have the rainbow star fly out of me. That's what that means. You can also see in the bottom right, there's going to be like a little bar that has like, oh, I need this. That has like a check mark or an X based on whether I fail an input or get the input right. And there's also like a counter for infinite moves. There's quite a few infinite moves in this where it will be somewhat important how good I am at those later on. Encounter skip coming up right here. This one's pretty easy on average. Thank you. That was actually pretty close, but we got it. So now I'm gonna do a quick equip here to equip better weapons because there's a force fight coming up. I have more stuff I can equip at this point for defense. Hopefully we won't need it. We will see. So now we're in Rail Forest. There's a whole bunch of puzzles we have to solve here. We're currently on a quest to get Fardush's train back, so we can use it to get to the Puppeteer. The Puppeteer is like this evil version of the Watchmaker, created by this cursed cock that the Fleshmancer added to her pile and made her inadvertently use while she was building Horloge. So like sapped her energy and became the Puppeteer, this evil clone of her. And now the Puppeteer is terrorizing Horloge. And the Watchmaker didn't really know what to do about it, so she just sealed it away. Like, she just sealed off Horloge. And now that Zale and Valir have proved themselves against the Fleshmancer in the main story, she allows them to enter Horloge and perform a cleansing here on the Dweller of Scourge. That is basically what the story is. But Zale and Valir also had their Solstice power sapped by the Puppeteer. And they are being turned into evil twins as we speak, which we will see later. This is a difficult encounter skip. I'm probably gonna have to wait for a long time here, but it is still worth it if I get it. Just don't want to get greedy here. I've gotten greedy and I've regretted it every time. Should be good. You need a lot of time there. Like, you need a lot of free space because the animation of climbing up somewhere actually does take quite a while as well. So that is a real problem right there. But we got it. This is right here is one of the most difficult encounter skips in the run. I've gotten this one like once or twice. Scroll for Heat Frog, by the way. Really good combo move. Yeah. This one's real tough. Because there's multiple parts to it as well. First we need to hit the switch and then just go back here. That's all fine and dandy. That was not too hard. But we need to do that like 2 more times in more difficult ways. So we're gonna go back here. We're gonna hit both these switches. And then we are going to do the same thing backwards, essentially. Waiting for the left ear to clear out as well. Okay. Okay, nice! We got it! Both of those guys are a real big problem right there. Thankfully, you lose their attention a bit as you pull the lever. But you need to wait for the left side to be very clear as well, on the backwards trick specifically. Alright, we're gonna break this guy's locks first. He always opens by doing that. And then we're just gonna, hopefully... I don't have any combo points because of the trampoline team I had to use earlier. Ideally, you want to use a big heap frog here. We'll have to find something else, it's okay. You really want to pay attention to enemy weaknesses as well, take advantage of them wherever you can. Totally fine. Like this guy's weak to bonk, the flower's weak to fire, etc, etc. I just used juggernauts, I guess I can do this. And already can do a leapfrog, and that should do a lot. Ideally, this even kills several of these guys. Nice, okay, yeah. This guy's weak to Gleam, which we don't have like fast, ready access to. Gleam is Valir's boost element. So you need to get some live mana charges on the ground first. I need to scroll my notes here because I really need them for this part. I'm like way behind because I autopilot a lot of this at this point. I have the run memorized pretty well, but I need my notes for a couple things. So boosting and live mana. Every time I do a basic attack, a couple of things happen. For one, I restore free MP. I did something wrong, even though I was following the notes. Awesome. This one needs to go there. Okay, hold on. This one needs to go. Please hold. Regular service will return shortly. Okay, good. So I deal some damage, I break some locks. 1 on a normal hit, 2 on a timed hit. I restore some MP, and I generate 1 life mana charge. Life mana charges are used for boosting. There can be 3 life mana charges on the ground at a time. And you can absorb them into an attack to add their character's respective boost element into the attack. So Zale's normal element is fire, and his boost element is bonk, for instance. So he would be dealing fire, bonk, fire on a timed hit. I have to menu a bit right here. This one, former moon coin. For Valir, she normally does bonk and then she does gleam as well. On a boost. And for Artie, he actually doesn't get a boost element necessarily, he just fires more shots out of his cannon. Which is going to be very handy for good damage later on. Like, this is a triple boost right here, which means he fires 5 shots on a timed hit, which is really good. Especially against this guy, because he is weak to laser. So I want to build some live mana charges here with normal attacks and then go for a big Heap Frog, because I'm currently sitting on max combo points. And Heap Frog deals both Gleam and laser type damage. I don't have Zale's turn. I would like to get rid of these bonk blocks. That's a lot of bonk blocks. I guess it's fine, I'll just do this for now. So we'll have Zale do a Spectacle Strike, which is like a combined Zale and Valier basics. It's Fire, Fire, Bonk, Bonk. And then Valier is going to use a triple boosted Heat Proc, which should do a lot of damage and perfectly matches these locks right here. It's Gleam and Laser type. Now you can see the counter in the bottom right, how many inputs I hit. Technically these go infinitely. So in a task setting you could probably insta-kill every boss if you want to. Okay, he's low on HP. Every boss is like a low on HP animation that they play at about 20% health left. I can't do this because I don't have the combo points for Heat Frog again, so I have to take this. He's gonna trap one of my party members right there, and I have to get them out. I don't. This is one. I don't have Artie's turn available to save Valier right now, so it needs to be after I take this Cold Slate to the face. Ow. There you go. If you don't break the locks on that, the character who is trapped does die instantly, so you don't want to let that happen ideally. Now we should be able to finish off pretty shortly. I'm gonna go for another triple boosted RD basic and that should see. Okay, never mind, we're already done. Alright. Cool! Very good stuff. Now we're still... I don't want to know. I don't want to say we're in the tutorial part of the game still, but Rail Force is still pretty easy. The difficulty is going to ramp up a lot as soon as we get to the next area though. Which is going to be Ivory Towers. We do skip all the cutscenes here. Thankfully we can do that, otherwise this run would be like... at least 30 minutes longer, probably a little more. But basically what is going to happen is the puppeteer manifests our evil twins, born of like repressed emotions of Zale and Valier. So she creates the Narcissus King and the Feral Queen. The Narcissus King is basically like Zale's desire to be seen, to be renowned as a hero for the things he does, for the heroic deeds, for saving the world and stuff, which he never really lets on. And the Narcissus King is basically that, except taken to the extreme, brought out of his personality. Very important thing, there's a button to honk. We're gonna have a couple of these train segments. This is the most important feature in the DLC. So, we're heading right into Ivory Towers. This is where Narcissus King is. The DLC is very linear. You can't do these in the order we wish. It's always going to be Ivory Towers, then Wolf Rock, and then finally the Big Top. So it's always going to be Narcissus King, Frail Queen, and then, of course, the finale. There's an encounter skip right here that is... it should be very easy, but I've messed it up more often than I'd like to admit, because I get greedy. So I'm going to take this very slow. These guys in front of the gate. I'm just gonna hide here. Let him do another lap, because I really don't want to take this encounter. These guys, they're called Kagos. And they are thoroughly unpleasant. They have a lot of HP. They're weak to laser, but they also have pretty high defense still. They're just not pleasant to be around. And we'll have to fight enough of them as is, going through this entire area. Yeah, I did heal in Rail Forest already, so... don't need to rest up here again. We'll be using the campfires frequently, of course. But we will also just be healing up with items a lot as we go through areas. We will be eating a lot of popcorn and ice cream today. All the items are like festival themed. Like this entire DLC is like very like circus show themed. And so the items, like the primary items for us are going to be popcorn, ice cream. Those restore HP and MP respectively. And then we're also going to be eating some cotton candy. It's called Barba Papa. I don't really know where that term comes from, because I've never heard it in my life. But that's what it's called. And there'll be some caramel corn and some milkshakes here and there. But those are rarer. We can't buy most of those things from shops, so... So, we just got... Artie just made what is called the Mule Drone for us, which has the handy functionality of being able to pick up pieces of... things. A lot of things. Like, we can pick up pieces of the floor, we can pick up ladders, we can pick up, like, electrical generators, and we can move them around to other designated spots. And this area introduces you to that and gives you a lot of puzzles based on it. We'll be doing a lot of this as we go through the run. They really like this mechanic. I do too. It's quite good. So I'm gonna open with this. These guys are weak to Bong. And they are by far the more important threat here. This is basically a forced fight. It's hardly avoidable because we need to get in that tower right there. So I'm hoping that the middle guy just kind of dies from a combination of Leapfrog and Loonbow at this point. That's what I'm banking on. That's why I'm not bothering with his locks at all. I'm sitting on max combo points now. Using a combo move also restores HP to both party members involved, equivalent to the amount of combo points it took to use. So, Heapfrog, for instance, is this gonna be enough? Oh, god damn it! I should have used Valier. Heapfrog, for instance, gives 2 MP to Artie and Valier on use. I don't think this is gonna be enough, is it? Yeah. Boosting also does just add a 33% damage increase to any given attack. So at free boosts, the attack will do double damage. Right, this room. I do need my notes for this. I have an image of this up here. We need to piece together this Narcissus King puzzle. And this one's actually not that easy. This one took me quite a bit casually, and it's also pretty awkward to just get around this room. We're gonna be taking this route a lot to just get to the upper spots. Just gonna be filling this in clockwise. By the way, I should probably mention this. If I'm like glossing over anything, if I'm being unclear about something, if you don't understand, if you're like, what is this guy talking about? If you need like a clarification on anything, then please do not hesitate to ask. Like, I'm talking about a lot of things here. Someone who's never played this game is probably a little difficult to follow along. But I'm just like trying to like lay down all the foundations first, so I can like explain my thought process and everything later, and all the battle strategies and stuff. It is really damn involved. I'm very much catching myself just fumbling all over the place, just trying to keep my mind on both these things, just playing the video game and explaining it all at the same time. Like, my mind's all over the place, and I'm definitely not making all the right plays. It is what it is. And I've already used a Heapfrog here to take care of the one Gleam Lock over on the right. If you ever need me to slow down, just say the word. If there's anything at all that is happening on the screen that you don't understand. Because I really do like this game. Like, this is... I don't want to say it's my favorite game. I think that would probably not be true. But it's one of my all-time favorite games. It, like, skyrocketed on me. I think currently I have 180 hours or something in this game on Steam. Which is... I think it's about half casual and half speedrunning. The main campaign is about, like, I think it took me roughly 80 hours to beat, but I was pretty slow about it. The DLC campaign casually is a solid 8 hours, I think I would say. There's a lot of content in this game. It goes on sale somewhat frequently, and you can get it for like 20 to 25 bucks. So like, I would really heavily recommend this game to anyone. This is a combo scroll for Juggle Core, which is another Zale and Villiers combo move. We have Spectacle Strike already, but this is another one which deals Bonk, Fire, and Gleam type damage. All three at once in good capacity, so we're gonna be using it for lock breaking a lot. Alright. I always get this room wrong, so I like bolded this section in my notes, which path I need to go first and which one I need to go last. Heal up. I'm always gonna try and like roughly top off HP and MP between every fight here, because we don't take a lot of campfires in this section. I'm trying to go to like 80-90% HP and MP on everyone so I can use their strongest skill to open the battle and not have them die. There's another force fight coming up right here, which is actually pretty dicey. Because this fight has a lot of Kagos. They hurt! And I didn't get my opening boost. Right, so Zale's gonna break this guy's locks. And then, what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna leapfrog. Only need to differentiate between L and H. And so there's 4 enemies right here, all of which needs to be bounced on in sequence. Hopefully I can break the locks on the bottom guy, because that's at least if I start on bottom guys, at least 16 bounces. Which is not trivial. There's 4 enemies in the battle. And now I'm gonna use this, and then I think he should die because this is bonk element. No, never mind. Yeah. I think now I'm just gonna heap frog, and that should take care of both of these guys. Because there's only 2 enemies left. Obviously, leapfrog / heapfrog's power scales with how few enemies there are in the battle. And by extension, drops off significantly if there's many enemies in the battle. Yeah. Using it, like, you can get the most damage out of it if there's few enemies in the battle. So now we have to do this puzzle right here. We have to put together a statue of Narcissus King. First we have to put together a picture, now a statue. You can see what this guy's into. You can see what kind of person he is. He really is like an extreme display of vanity. So we have to get the legs first, of course. Then we have to get the torso, which is over here. And finally we have to get the head. And only then can we proceed. This actually, I'm really happy about like the general writing of the DLC with the Frail Queen and Narcissus King, because one of the things that people very commonly complain about in the main campaign is Zale and Villiers did not get a lot of character development, despite being like the protagonists, the main heroes. Like, they were literally just your average RPG or JRPG heroes. There's not much more you could say about them. They don't talk a lot. Like, they talk. But, like, it's just, like, words. Like, normal hero words, you know? And a lot of people complain about this, and they did listen, and so... they really tried to tackle it with the DLC, which I really appreciate. This fight is fairly simple usually. I don't have combo points for Heat Frog, so I will just leapfrog those locks away. Never mind, I'm missing 1 MP to do this. Okay, well, this is gonna hurt a bit. Because I can break 4 locks here, but not all 5. Thankfully, this is... Interestingly enough, Kago's cast is not as strong as its normal attack. It's AoE, but in exchange, it's quite weak, as you can see. You really always have to be keeping an eye on everything that happens in the battle. Like, every single action you take, you need to be wary of how much MP does each character have? How much HP do they have? How many combo points do I currently have? Whose turn have I expended and have I not expended yet? What locks are the enemies currently casting? What is every enemy in the battle weak to? There's literally so much going on, and it's really damn hard to balance it all with talking. So, you know. Hopefully this guy should die when I do this. No, we're 6 HP short. Unfortunate. That's fine. There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely not making the most optimal plays, but it'll get us further on. And what was my estimate, like 250? I think that should be pretty easy to hit. Knock on wood. Oh, wait, yeah. This is another little puzzle room. You always have to put these mirrors in place and then recreate the pattern, but obviously keep in mind that the pattern is mirrored, so it needs to be the other way around, basically. Like, obviously this guy's castle is clean marble that reflects himself, and then mirrors on every wall. We're gonna be seeing that in this boss fight as well. This is tower number 2 out of 4 that we need to do in order to open the gate to the main castle. Oh yeah, right. I do want to go down here. There's gonna be a couple things like that where there's just like little items with permanent stat upgrades hidden as you go. We'll pick a couple of them up and use them, not all of them. This encounter skip is like impossible. I don't really know how you do it. It's apparently possible, but I have not gotten it in a long time. I don't know if I've ever gotten it. So I just tend to take this encounter, which is fine because it's like these guys are from the tutorial, and then there's one Kago. It's not that bad. We get to campfire right after this. So. Go. Alright. You can also just cook stuff using your own ingredients. Like, we get butter and sugar and all that stuff. But it's unfortunately faster to just be supporting the local economy, I'll call it, and just buy everything. Buy all pre-made foods. So we will just be going to these vendors for a lot of popcorn and ice cream. So now we have to look at the Narcissus King's professions and recreate the order he learned them in based on a puzzle. The order is always the same, so I can just input it. But you really get a lot of exposure on his character here. For the fact that he was created like what, 20 minutes ago? Right middle, okay. Sorry, I have to scroll my notes again. This run also has like no downtime. There's barely a second to catch your breath in some animations here and there. This one is far left, far right. This encounter is skippable, it's pretty difficult. We'll see what happens. Yeah, his triple spread, his shot is pretty hard to avoid. So on average, you just take this one as well. I'm definitely not at world record level in this category as far as encounter skips goes. There's a really good runner for this game who goes by the name of SideQuest Sean. He made a really good and detailed beginner video tutorial for both any percent for the main campaign as well as this campaign, and I can only highly recommend it if you are looking to get into the speedrun, either any percent or this. Any percent is fairly long, be warned. I think the current record still stands at 5.5 hours, right about. For this category, it stands at a 213, if I'm not mistaken. Also by SideQuest John, both of them by him. He's gonna be dead soon. Yeah, so there's both his excellent video tutorial as well as a bunch of like written guides that I made. The one for this category I'm still using as a reference for myself, so. Far left, far right, yes. I don't need most of the things anymore, just like instructions on these puzzles and stuff. Far left, far right, left, middle. We've done a very large leaderboard revamp recently. The leaderboard was pretty outdated for a long time. If you look, there's still a lot of legacy runs on there, prior to Dawn of Equinox, which had significant gameplay changes. Like, combo points did not always carry over from fight to fight. You would always start from 0. The whole mystery locks thing was added, of course. Give an ice cream to Artie for a leapfrog here. There's a fight in here. I guess I also should have... it's fine. I can do a Spectacle Strike and then Believer can do a basic. Yeah. There were significant gameplay changes in various patches over the years. There's also what we know as the Combat Flow update, which greatly sped up a lot of animations and downtime and waiting, and made this run even more... I don't want to say stressful to do, but like I said, there's so little downtime between every action in a fight now. So yeah, we only fairly recently revamped the leaderboard to reflect all of this. And now... I guess I'll do this, it's fine. He's nearly dead. We'll just take this dome out. Yeah, now things should be like a lot more condensed on average. We have categories for like all the main things that people have done over time now. Like, we didn't even used to have a DLC category. We didn't used to have a true ending category. But we used to have like 4 different any percent categories. Not subcategories, full on different categories. There's another encounter coming up here that's not easy, because you have to dodge another triple shot. Great. I was so focused on dodging the cannon shot that I just ran into that guy. Okay, it's fine. I'll use a heat frog here because I'm sitting on max combo points. This is one that I have like a 50% success rate with. This one's not too bad. But this doesn't mean I'm gonna level up here, because it's a bit early. Not that it really matters. Ideally, you want to get to level 3 right before Narcissus King. I was hoping I could get him there. But I didn't really look at his HP. We start with an item, by the way, that lets us see enemy HP in this DLC. In the main campaign, there's one as well. It's called the Abacus. But you don't get it until a bit in. And the Clockwork Monocle, which we start with here, also gives us intel about enemy weaknesses, should you ever happen to forget them or not look at the notes at any given time. Not me, certainly. Now we have to arrange these statues in like a podium order. Bronze, silver, gold from... I don't even know. Most to least humble? Boastful? We have to arrange them like this anyway. Oh yes, co-op as well. That was a thing also added in Dawn of Equinox. So this game, if you want to play this together with a friend, this game does support up to 3-player co-op, local or online via Steam Remote Play. And I have done runs with a good friend of mine, who is also in chat right now. Hi. And we, I guess, by virtue of that, we hold a lot of co-op records, because we're the only ones to have done, like, real 2-player co-op. It's pretty fun. Basically the way it works is, like, you basically always alternate turns in battle, and both of you can perform timed hits and timed blocks on everything that happens. And there's about a 10% boost in strength if both of you, or I guess like 20% if it's 3 players, if all of you happen to hit the timed input, which is really, really cool. And actually, there's a bunch of really interesting things in terms of like overworld movement for co-op as well. That should take care of me. That huge shoutouts to Kip for doing that with me. He did both the any percent campaign with me as well as the DLC campaign. So this run right here for 2 separate events, and it was a very fun time. One day I want to get together 3 people for a 3-player co-op run. Imagine like a 3-player co-op true ending run. That would be something else. True ending is like a 10-hour category right about. My PB is sitting at 9:17 or something. And by PB I mean I've done precisely 1 run. So you know. Technically world record, by the way. There's a lot of technically world records, because this game is not super popular for speedrunning. I kinda get it. Most of the runs are pretty long. This one is like very much your average RPG length though. Like 2.5 hours is not too bad for an RPG run, I would say. It is still a lot for a lot of people though, which I do get. But yeah, main campaign is about double that, true ending is about triple that, so... I absolutely get it. Before Dawn of Equinox, by the way, you could not skip cutscenes. I was added in Dawn of Equinox, and it shaved like 2 hours off of any percent alone. And then combat flow shaved off like another half hour. It's kinda crazy. Yeah, this game is a lot, very inspired by, like, it calls itself a retro-inspired turn-based RPG. It's very inspired by the likes of Secret of Mana and particularly Chrono Trigger. Artie is basically just a fusion of Robo and Frog from Chrono Trigger. And there's a lot of other references as well. Mountains are nice, is there. There's a combo skill called X Strike, which there's also in Chrono Trigger. Etc, etc. Quips. There we go. Okay, Narcissus King. This fight is pretty damn tough. This is a huge difficulty spike casually. We're gonna open by just letting him get his first attack off, because we want to see this. This is Ganon Ball. Nice. A very appropriately named Ocarina of Time reference, where we just play ping pong with this ball of light. We don't have a bottle on hand or anything, but we can reflect it over and over. It's actually random how many times you need to reflect it before he fails to do so. It can be anywhere from like 2 to 10, 3 to 10, I'm not sure. But if you reflect it often enough, eventually you fail to block it, and then he'll just take 50 damage, which is really good. We want him to be taking 50 damage. Our main method of dealing damage is going to be Artie's boosted basic here. Pre-boost basic is going to be like 55 damage at this point in the game, which is really good. And what's happening here is... hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then stop. So there's 5 positions right here, each of which can contain a mirror, and there's one spotlight going around. Later, as he gets lower on HP, there's going to be 2 spotlights around. And after every turn, this guy is going to come in and move the spotlight in front of a mirror. And then whenever the spotlight is in front of a mirror, Narcissus King will jump to it and charge the mirror. He's going to look at himself and he's going to be like, whoa, dude. And then once a mirror receives free charges, he will perform his ultimate attack, which is called Symmetry of Sin. And ideally, we don't want to be seeing it. Ideally, we will always want to attack the Krang such that the spotlights are never on the mirror slots. But that's not always possible, or sometimes like the guy who comes in will just constantly rotate the spotlights to in front of the same mirror he's charging. So yeah, sometimes you just get like an unavoidable symmetry. I miscalculated that. That's kind of bad. And I'm gonna take this reverse sunballs as well. It's fairly weak. So I need one more. Now, attacking the Crank still does generate life mana and give me MP back, so I'm like always looking at who needs MP back and how's my life mana situation currently before doing that. And very importantly, the amount of hits you do on the Crank, like the amount of physical hits you do, changes how the spotlights move. The spotlights moves once for every individual hit. Like earlier I did a Loonbow where I did precisely 4 hits, moving the spotlights precisely 4 spaces. A timed basic will move it 2 spaces, an untimed basic, which we sometimes use, will move it exactly 1 space. And we always have to be paying attention to this as well. Now here we're going to do another Loonbow, which I'm going to do precisely 4 red beams. 3, and then 4, and then I'll just crash into the next one and stop the attack. The fight is very involved, but it's one of my favorite fights in the game because of that. When you can focus on it and hammer it in, it feels very good. If you make all the right plays. Or at least most of them. So this is another Ganon Ball. We want to take this. Nice, very good. So now he's getting weaker. Should be done pretty soon. Yes, and then maybe I'm gonna do another Sun Balancing on Zayla, and maybe that'll finish it. Okay, the mirror in the middle has 2 charges already, so I was wondering if he rolls that, then maybe we'd be done for. Or well, by we'd be done for, I mean we see a Symmetry of Sin, which I could survive, but we just prefer to avoid it. Nice. Very good. But yeah, we managed to completely avoid Symmetry of Sin. Very, very nice. Pretty good Narcissus King fight all in all. You don't want to fail Ganon Ball in the first bounce. Never happened to us before. Yeah, you would think that if you have 2 players, both of which have the ability to hit the timed blocks, then surely you couldn't possibly fail to reflect Ganon Ball, but lo and behold. That's actually a pretty interesting thing with both the infinite moves and like things like Ganon Ball is as long as one player gets the input, you continue, which is real good, and it's gotten us to like insane depths on the infinite moves before. We had like a 50 streak on a Moonerang once in a run. That is a move we won't be seeing until like the very end of this run. Usually you get to like 25? Like 20, 25? I think there's an achievement for just 20. And then it kind of becomes unrealistic to do anymore. And we somehow just kept alternating and got like 50. It was pretty damn good. like leapfrog and heapfrog as well. And another move we'll be getting later called trapeze. They greatly benefit from this. It's very fun. Choo-choo! Yeah, that was Ivory Towers. Now we return to Aloge. Now that we've learned sun balancing, there's another thing we can do. Because we can now play Zale's minigame. Every character has a minigame here. Technically, we'd also play Artie's minigame at this point. But we kind of don't care about his, because the item it gives us is not very good. And it also takes a while and is actually pretty hard. So we're gonna play Zale's. This is ideally very fast. I'm gonna shut up for a second. Uh-oh. Oh, this is not good. I'm like all over the place. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. We're just shy of the gold medal. It's okay. This one's not that bad to re-attempt. So yeah, this is Zale's minigame. It revolves around sun balancing. It controls about as you would expect. It controls exactly as sun balancing does. And our goal is to collect enough stars to hit the gold here. Which is really not that easy. Valier's minigame is fairly free to get the gold in. This one not quite as much. Oh, what? Okay, that was pretty much that was pretty much the route, but I just didn't get enough stars. Yeah, it's okay. I'm just gonna be listening to this music for a bit. I want this! Eh. Oh, goody. Okay, we got it. Now you might be wondering, TimeLink, is it really worth doing that? And the answer is yes. The answer is 100% yes. It is arguably less worth doing Valier's minigame, even though it's way easier. So we just got the Heliacal brooch, which is an accessory that only Zale can wear. And what that does is it increases the power of sun balancing by a flat 20. And that is really, really good. We haven't really seen this part of sun balancing yet, but sun balancing is a splash damage move. We're going to be using it a lot throughout the entirety of the rest of the game, basically. It does cost 8 MP, which is a lot. We're always going to be filling up MP so we can use it liberally. We, like, basically want to be using it every encounter. It's really, really good. Like, it does a lot of damage. So yeah, Valier's technically only increases healing, which is like kind of whatever, but it still ends up being really useful for the late game. Because the DLC is actually pretty damn hard. They give you a disclaimer about this when you start the DLC. Hey, this is quite a bit harder than the main campaign. We hope it's not been too long since you did the main campaign, because again, you have to do normal ending at least in order to even play this. Remember your basics. Time hits, time blocks are very important. And expect to die a lot. When I was playing this casually, I had characters die on me very frequently. I don't think I ever game over, but characters would die very regularly, and that's just gonna be the experience here, really. And that is going to be happening a lot in this run as well. Like, I've gotten through the entire true ending run, without ever having a character, receiving a game over for, like, all of those 10 hours, fighting all those post-game super bosses and whatnot. But here in the DLC, I am scared sometimes. There's a couple fights later on that are very, very dicey. And, like, individual characters will be dying on the regular, even in just normal enemy encounters. That will be happening. So, yeah. Do prepare for that. It's a pretty difficult DLC. But I like it. It is pretty well balanced. Well, technically this is an encounter skip, but it's really easy. You just do this and then you're done. There's a forced fight here, which can be dicey depending on what locks I get. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna open with sun balancing on the middle, dude. So basically, the guys on the left and the right are werewolves, and if they ever get their cast off, it's called a woo, and then they go a woo, and then the guy in the middle also turns into a werewolf, and we don't want that because 2 is really enough. And also he gets like a full HP restoration, and also he gets healing, like everyone else gets healing, and also everyone's turn counters go down by 1. So like, you don't want to be seeing the oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, everyone's nearly dead, and the wolves are weak to lasers, so hopefully this should finish it. But the wolves' casts are very random. And also they have haste on their timer, so in a lot of cases you're just gonna be stuck with no way to break all the locks in the given amount of turns. That's another thing I guess I can talk about. So timers. There's the normal stopwatch looking thing. That's a timer. It goes down by 1 every time. And then there's also the little stopwatch with the fast forward icon on it. That means the timer has haste applied to it. The difference lies in enemies with haste will immediately queue another action upon their current cast, like either them getting the cast off and doing the attack, or the cast being broken. Whereas normal enemies without haste applied will wait until every single party member in your party has taken and expended their turn, and like a completely fresh turn begins. That's kind of how they ramp up difficulty in later parts of the game, both in the main campaign and this. Because it eventually just becomes impossible to keep up with the locks they throw at you, because you're constantly expending MP and life mana charges, and then eventually you're just sitting on nothing, while constantly having to defend yourself. And also, a lot of the lock patterns are very random, so... like, there are certain ones that are always specific things, or like one of X thing, and then there's some that just generate completely randomly. That's when it gets real spicy. So we pick up another combo move here. I am not even gonna try to pronounce this, because I really don't know. I'm not even certain what language that is. It seems like it's French, but I don't know any French, so I'll leave that to more language experienced people. But that combo skill is actually pretty neat. So it's Zale and Artie, which is the first Zale and Artie we have. And what it does is it deals long type damage to every enemy. It's AoE. And it also gives great party healing. We're gonna be using that a lot. I don't want to say a lot, but it's like a great thing to have in the last couple of fights. Because it's really, really potent healing. I'm trying to think. I'm barely shy combo points for a Heap Frog. Yeah, we're just gonna have to let him. I think this is a woo or is this spin food? I'm not sure. We're gonna have to let him get it off. Okay, this is not a woo. Ow, that does hurt. This is a woo. Yeah, like look at this. I can just kill him if I do this though. Enemies do have damage resistance while they're casting locks. I think it's 20% by default. There's also relics you can turn on to make the game harder. I haven't even talked about relics much yet, but on every loading screen, you're seeing the free relics I currently have active. There's a lot more. you can adjust your game, like your gameplay experience in this game as you like, basically. There's like a lot of individual effects that each have their own relics that. Hold on, let me do my menus before I do anything. I have a lot of popcorn still. There's one more fight here. Okay. Yeah, so relic basically lets you customize your gameplay experience. There's relics for, let's say, there's a relic for just giving you double HP. There's a relic for automatic timed hits, for removing enemy damage resistance on them casting locks, for full heal on level up, for more EXP, etc, etc. All of these effects are like their own individual relics that you can turn on and off individually at any point in the game. And there's a lot that make the game harder as well. So if you seek more of a challenge, then like there's resting at a campfire only restores 50% HP and MP. Enemies have 60% damage resistance while casting. Enemies deal double damage, etc, etc. There's a really funny relic that sets your HP to basically 1. Like it cuts your HP by 95%. And if you get a timed block, then it sets the damage you receive to 1. If you don't get the timed block, nothing happens. So you just die instantly, because every attack in the game is going to do more than like 5 HP. So it's basically get the timed hit or die. It's pretty funny. But yeah, it's something else that I really love this game for. You can experience this game in any way you like if you're an RPG fan. Force fight right here. Yeah, also the soundtrack for this game is fantastic. I think the soundtrack for the main campaign alone is like 200 tracks. It's pretty damn fire. The soundtrack for the DLC as well. You've probably been noticing the battle theme is specifically adapted to Wolf Rock currently. Like this is Battle on Feral version, which is a really cool thing. The music and ambience of like every track in this DLC changes based on whether you're currently like at the start, or doing Ivory Towers, or doing Wolf Rock, or doing Finale, and so on and so forth. It's peak. I'm telling you. It is absolutely worth the money. I've just straight up gifted this game to someone before because I wanted them to play it. And I've gotten several other people into playing this game just by always being like, hey, play Sea of Stars. Now. Yeah, Zil needs MP. Need a life mana charge. I think I have an idea of how I want to tackle this sequence of blocks. This is Valier boost basic over on the left here, and then Heap Frog can do the remaining blade blocks? Yes. Sometimes things work in your favor. Not all the time, but sometimes. These are all force encounters. There's a lot of force encounters in Wolf Rock. And hopefully this kills everyone. Okay, that guy on the right is alive, but that's fine. I do really just adore the art style as well. It looks so good, so clean, so smooth. Like, it's retro, but it's not like, oh, so retro. Hashtag retro, you know? You know what I mean? It looks real damn good. There's so much effort put into like hand drawing all of this. Like the DLC took another 2 years to come out after the main campaign, and you can see why. It's really, really good. Sorry, I just love this game. But I think by now you should be able to understand why. I'm always shilling this game to people. I don't get anything from it. I'm not being paid for it. But I will always do it. There's so many reasons to play this game. We have a little puzzle here. This is about just pushing the blocks in the correct spots. We specifically need to make sure that the wooden box is right here, because this floats on water, as you know. And this one's right here, because this one doesn't float, so it needs to block the bottom pipe. When we remove power source over here. And another very, very simple puzzle. This is like the this is like the dictionary definition of a puzzle. It's the most simple thing you can ask for. It's just a loop-the-loop. Yeah, no, I love this game. I could never like grind this as a speedrun for like excessively good times, but I really like just playing it. Okay, hold. Beast, moon, star, 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 beast. Yeah, so if you don't follow the sequence, you fall down to another room. And there's a bunch of enemies there, and we don't want to fight them, so we just follow the sequence. And also grab a little thing on the side. This encounter here is technically skippable, by definition, but it's like impossible, I think. I don't really understand this one. So in order to skip this encounter, I would have to get up this slope, which means the enemies have to like rest for a moment because I need time to do my climbing animation. But I don't really understand like how to get this to happen like consistently. I'm probably just gonna end up taking the encounter. Like, it's like this is what happens. I don't really understand this one. Like, it's explained in the video tutorial by Sean, but I still don't really understand it. Okay. I kind of do want to go back and like improve my any percent PB because I think I could do a lot better with my current speedrun experience in the game as far as like decision making and speed on encounter skips goes. And just general gameplay. Like, I'm pretty sure my true ending run, which I did well into speedrunning this game, would have been an any percent PB just based on like how well I played and pacing alone. If you didn't need to go out of your way for so many things in true ending, like you have to collect all the rainbow conches, you have to do a lot of other optional stuff to set up for late game, and such and such. So, in the end, it ended up not being a PB. I'm pretty sure the 2-player co-op run of any percent that I did with Kip was actually better than my like 1-player any percent time though. There are some interesting things in co-op. Granted, like you can you can give each other a high five. That's an in-game mechanic, and the both of you will receive a temporary speed boost, which is pretty fun. So like the entire run, you're just giving your partner high fives, which is pretty awesome. Then, as I've mentioned, like timed hits and timed blocks get stronger, which helps, and there's a lot of overworld movement shenanigans you can do. One player can go into a bubble, like Mario Galaxy style, while the other moves. Or like one player can go into a doorway while the other collects a chest, and then the chest player bubbles, and you immediately go and enter the doorway, which might be like at the opposite side of the room, but then like you can split up a lot of work to go fast. It's really cool, actually. I'm kind of sad not more people have done it. It's not that hard to set up for Steam Remote Play, and it works quite well. Like, we barely ever had any like lag issues or desync or whatever. So we're gonna be doing a menu coming up pretty soon because Valyr's gonna leave the party after a cutscene with a feral queen over here. So that means we can't. This is our last chance to like properly do equips for the boss. I'm way behind on my notes. Please hold. Grand Morvil's Regalia. You get this, and you get this. Right here, she's gonna... No, never mind. Oh, right, this is a couple of rooms from here, yeah. That's okay. We should still be doing this now. But yeah, soon she's gonna leave, and she's not gonna be back until after we've started the boss fight, so... the Grandmother's Regalia is the best defensive gear for Zale and Valir in the game. So we just put that on Valir, because she's gonna be playing a very important role in the Feral Queen fight. And then we just gave the second best gear to Zale. And we also gave her Artie's Spectacular Scarf, which gives some extra defense and magic defense. We're gonna be buying another one for him later. I haven't even talked about this, but this grappling hook we have, it's called the Grapplu. It's really sick. There are two main functions for it. You can grapple yourself towards climbable things like vines and ladders. And we use this a lot to just go fast and shortcut. Like, we grapple from a great distance and it just zips us there, and it's very cool. And you can grapple yourself onto enemies as well. And this automatically starts the fight with a first strike, where you deal some damage to one enemy and generate 1 life mana charge upon starting the battle. And counter skip right here, that's not very easy, because I can't see anything here, but that went well. You're good. So we basically, when there's a forced fight and we have control, we basically always want to be starting with a grappler. And we always want to be like zipping around, just shortcutting in the overworld to ladders and such. Alright, so this is Feral Queen. This is Lear's evil twin. Born of her like, how do you best describe it quickly? It's like, Valyr's always trying to, like, you know, act composed, lead the party, try and let nothing get to her, always try and be rational, and Feral Queen is basically what happens when she lets go. When she just goes wild, stops caring about anyone, just does her own thing, and just goes on a rampage. It's kinda like that. So this fight is... it can be somewhat annoying because the locks she generates are often random. A lot of them are random to a certain degree, some of them are completely random. And there's one particular cast that she can do. It's called Bush Roulette. And we don't want to see it, but there's a chance we just might see it if I just get unlucky. Yeah, we're gonna see her big attack right here. No, actually, I can break this. I can break this within 2 turns, because I happen to have enough MP on Zale and combo points. So there are two ways of breaking every single lock type in the DLC within 2 turns. One of them is this one, Juggernaut plus Heap Frog, because Juggernaut deals bonk and fire type damage, and Heap Frog deals gleam and laser type damage. And, yeah, I can't do it again, of course. So we're just gonna have to take this to the face. And the other one... this is unfortunate. Okay, well... Okay, so this is Bush Roulette. There's nothing I can do here. It's a random which bush she hides in, and I have no way to tell which one it is. All skills are disabled. We just press A and hope, and we get unlucky. Unfortunate. That does a lot of damage, too. The other one is Juggle Core, which deals Gleam, Bonk, and Fire, and then either an RD basic, or an RD boost basic, or leapfrog, depending on how many laser locks there are in the permutation. You can adjust. Do this to regain us some MP. The second way tends to be preferable, because you're also generating a life mana charge and restoring MP for already while you're at it. This is fine because I can use Valir's turn to Heat Rock, which still gets rid of laser. So even though Artie's turn was expended already, I can still break this. And this is a single target as well, so it deals quite good damage. I can't do it again because I have no combo points. I'm gonna use a caramel corn to top up here, and then I'll just do this. There's still incentive to breaking locks even if you can't break the full cast, because the power goes down, as you can see. There's always like power and then like a percent at the top. That means the attack decreases in strength, or for things like this, it actually makes less bushes appear. Oh, we actually got her, nice. I wasn't counting on it, I'll be honest. At this point in the game, I'm not actually sure if Juggernaut or Sunbalancing is the stronger move for like single target damage. I think it's still Sunbalancing. I'm pretty sure it wins out, but I'm not certain. You can't do everything in one turn though. So this is a no-go. You just have to take this to the face. This is Full Moon. This is her big attack. And it hurts, unsurprisingly. The popcorn party as well. I don't know, she does seem to be relatively low on HP, but she also has haste applied, so she needs to like do this every turn if she wants to. I guess we're gonna have to do this again. Now, Valir's HP at the end of this phase matters a lot. The spoilers, the next phase will be taken on by Valir solo. And her HP does carry over, so you don't want her to be at low HP when Fail Queen is at low HP. You're gonna be leaving yourself very open. Should be right about this. Yeah. So, welcome to phase 2. This is going to be a game of how lucky or how unlucky can you get. Feral Queen now has 2 casts, either this one, or the free one. The free lock one is pretty free, no pun intended. This one, unfortunately, has a variant where there's bonk locks in there. What you're supposed to do, or how you're supposed to break it, is a move called Trapeze for Valir, which she learns in 1 level from now. So we currently don't have it, and, well, we don't have a way to break that, no matter what we do. Yeah, speaking of, the only thing we can do here is heal up and take the cast, which is Bush Roulette, unfortunately. And so the only thing we can do is rely on luck. Yippee! Nice! Damn, okay, we actually got her. Pretty good. There is a thing you can do here, sometimes known as haste stalling, where, like, if she casts this with a timer of 2, for instance... Oh, god damn it. How much HP does she have left? Ah, unfortunate. Then, like, you can break the locks immediately, sure, but she'll just recast immediately next turn because she has haste. And so it actually ends up making way more sense to just spend the turn doing whatever, and then only actually breaking the locks when the timer is literally at 1. You do kind of have to make sure you're fully ready to break it. But if you can do that, like, you can generate a lot of extra resources. Like, with a basic attack, you restore MP, you generate life mana, and you just get some damage off in general. So, That's the thing I'll be watching for sometimes. Nice. That was the last encounter skipping Wolf Rock, so we are officially through this area. There's one more little pickup I can get here. And that is going to be that. So now we're moving into the finale of the run. There's still quite a bit left. I think we're like halfway through the estimate. Do not worry. Big Top is a long and hard area. Big Top is like half the run, I feel. We have to do a little shopping trip in Hologe. We have to buy another spectacular scarf for Artie for defense, because the next fight is probably the hardest fight in the run. And probably the worst fight in the run. I really don't like this fight. We will see how it goes. We just received our invitation to the Big Top. And... this, put it here. Now we have to fight against the guy who sapped our power for the puppeteer, Monsieur Tendu, the big elephant. And he's a damn toughie. Tendu's weak to Gleam, which is like the worst type for him to be weak to, because we don't have that many good and readily available things. We're gonna have to like use boosted Spectacle Strikes on Valier, or Heap Frog is like the best thing we have. Like boosted Heap Frogs, but at the same time we want to play it very conservatively, because Tendu will very often cast a spell called Mantra. Now Mantra is very unique in that Mantra always has a timer of 8, which is a lot. But the point isn't for it to be an attack. Every turn that Mantra is active and unbroken, Tendu restores HP, which is real bad. We want to break it as fast as possible. So we always want to be sitting on a lot of MP for Zale for Juggernaut. And we always want to be sitting on at least 2 combo points, if not more. Guy has 888 HP. And he hurts a lot as well. All of his attacks hurt like hell. This is pretty good, actually. This uses random locks right here, and it rolled very well. It also uses a random timer, which is not very nice. Actually, no, let's not do that. I always have to be watching I'm topped up on my resources here as best as possible. This is interesting. He's being very passive right now. I guess I will take the opportunity. Yeah, I'll do a Loon Bow here as well for some party healing. And this is Gleam, so it does do good damage. He's probably gonna cast Mantra pretty soon. Yep, speaking of... so now we look... There's 2 laser locks inside, so I'm just gonna do Juggle Core and then an RD Basic. And we'll take care of it in 2 turns, which is the least you can break it in. Unless... Mantra also happens to roll random locks. And... like, if it rolls a laserless permutation, of course you can do it in 1, but that's absolutely not a given. Gonna try and top up somewhat here. I am low on combo points, which is dangerous. Oh, god damn it. Okay, now we have to improvise. Okay, this is actually not too bad. There's a lot of bonk locks in here, which I can do with Juggernaut. And then I guess you just do this, and then you attack with Valir, and then that's 3 turns, which is not great, but it's okay. That's why you always want to be topped on combo points. 34 HP isn't that much, but it does add up quite a bit. Yeah, Zale needs MP back, and then Valir's gonna toss a popcorn on Artie, I think. This guy does like half my health in 1 strike, so, you know. It's not particularly nice. And here we go again. I don't have 2 combo points. I guess it's kind of the same as before. But I'm gonna have to Loombo here. It's a little unfortunate. I'm not actually attacking with it. So I'm just gonna cancel here. EB, 4 HP! Oh. No! I guess I can juggle core this. And I should probably. Because I don't want to be taking this. This is a Mirage Toss. This is his other cast. This is the one he actually attacks with. And it's very dangerous. You can just have the entire party wipe from a Mirage Toss if things go bad. Meh. Always low on combo points, huh? But this is interesting. This is actually doable in 2 turns, even without any combos. Okay. I always feel like I'm making like no progress in this fight, because he just repeatedly mantras and heals everything I did away. No, that's not happening in 1 turn. So I have to take this Mirage Toss. Yeah. I'm gonna toss a popcorn on Artie. Hopefully we all survive this. I make no guarantees. This is at full strength, so... Yeah! That's a Mirage Toss for you, baby. RD set again. For the love of... Okay. Can I do this? Hold on. Is there an out for me here? Yes, there is. Struggle core, revive Artie, and then do a basic. And this is why I like playing with Mystery Locks on. Or Mystery Locks off. Imagine this, but like, you can't see what he's casting. You are fighting for your life. It would have been good to use a Loombo there, actually. There's no way I'm doing this. Yeah... It's likely at least 2 people are gonna die. That's 10 do for you. Yep. I'm like thinking about trying to finish him off, but I really kind of shouldn't? It's super risky. Like, I don't know how much HP he has left, so I don't know if like a sun balancing would have killed. Oh, this is super rough. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Yeah, well, nothing I can do here. God damn it! He just recovered like 200 HP. And that's why this is the toughest fight in the game. Nothing else even really comes close. It can also just cost you a lot of time if it wants to. And a lot of it is just luck and what kind of locks you get. If you get something easy, or if you just get a million mantras with all 4 types mixed. Like, it's way better for him to be casting Mirage Toss if you get decently lucky on what locks he rolls. Okay, we got him. Woo! I wasn't sure if we were making that for a bit. Alright. So, Big Top. Now we're into the area proper. I used so many items during that fight. We're gonna have to see how this goes. Alright. We're gonna tackle the left tent first here. So this is going to be a long sequence of tackling these individual tents for 2 tickets. There's a lot of different ones with different challenges. This one starts with a pretty tough fight. I have died on this fight before. Like, the DLC is far from over. It is not going easy on you at this point. Try and see what happens here. So all of these guys can cast. They will always cast the same thing, like what you just saw the first one do. And they all cast an AoE party move. Pretty rough. I think this should kill left on splash, right? Yes, barely! He's almost dead, so I'm gonna just take this to deal with you, and then do a big heat frog, I guess. And then he will be getting his cast off, because he's not going to die from this. It's fine. Valia's probably gonna die from this. Oh, nice. She didn't even... And he's about dead as well. Woo! Right, I have to get this thing first. So now this room's just gonna be like... This is just a big sequence of carrying things back and forth using the mule drone. There's actually quite a bit of this in the big top. This is just gonna be insert tab A into slot B. One thing at a time. So we now have a bridge, so we can carry this over. Etc, etc. So if there's any burning questions you have, or anything you wanna say, I guess, then now is absolutely the time. Because I don't actually have too much to say about Big Top. Like, it's really... Most of the rooms are really basic. There's a couple nasty encounter skips here and there, but... most of it is, like, fairly standard. It's just a lot of... Like, it's a lot of puzzles that once you've done them once, like, they're really easy. You can just kind of do them. If you're interested in speedrunning this game, we do have a Discord, or specifically, I guess, there is a Sabotage Studio speedrun Discord, which covers both The Messenger, their previous game, as well as Sea of Stars. So if you're into either of those, then that Discord is your place to go. Sure, I'll take these, why not? And they are money. The Messenger, I actually have not played The Messenger myself, I unfortunately have to admit. But I do know it's really good. I've seen basically all of it. And there's a lot of references to The Messenger in this as well. And there's even some references to this in The Messenger before this came out. Like, Messenger is like 2019 or something, right? But there was a lot that alluded to Sea of Stars already. They were already very much planning on making this, and they had a pretty good concept in mind. Like, there's the whole Sun and Moon Temple thingy. That's like an entire era of the game. And then a lot of things in Sea of Stars tie back into that, which is really cool. Absolutely, like, there's a bundle on Steam as well. Funnily enough, on average during a sale, the bundle with Messenger and Sea of Stars is cheaper than Sea of Stars alone. So, that's actually how I got this game as well. I bought the bundle. That's why I have Messenger, but it's still on my pile of shame. It's still on my eternal backlog. I think it's not by much, but it is cheaper to get the bundle. Trying to remember the sequence of events here. I do always kind of mess this room up in some way or another. It's not like anything can go super wrong. You just lose time by doing the wrong things. Doing things in the wrong order. Man, if you're at all interested, then like I would be super happy to see new runners for this game. I would like to think that we have excellent beginner resources between my things and Sean's video tutorials. So barrier of entry should be very low. You know, I would absolutely love to see you there. There has actually been some more interest in the game as of late. There was a time where there was a lot of interest in any % New Game Plus. Which is something else you can do. Like, you can just have like a maximum level save file and all that stuff. And then just start a new run with all the combo skills. All characters at level 30 with their best weapons and stuff. And that is obviously a lot easier to get into than just normal new game any percent. Like, you can play, again, you can play this game in whichever way you want. The glitched run is like an hour long if you want. New game plus glitched is, I think it's sub-hour, maybe? There's a lot you can do. There's any percent, which is playing the main campaign, true ending of course, the DLC. There's also an even shorter category for any percent. It's called apparition percent. It's like a partial game category that's like an hour long. You only play up to the chromatic apparition boss. Here's where we get trapeze, by the way. Way after we're supposed to have it, because we're pretty under level despite me missing a lot of encounter skips. So yeah, you only play up to Chromatic Apparition, which is about an hour into the run. And that has received quite some attention for some time as well. And you can technically do New Game Plus on this as well. We found that out the other day. If you make a Throes of the Watchmaker save from a save that is already completed at the DLC, then you will start your new run at maximum renown, so you have all the skills unlocked. You can start with any gear in the DLC already equipped. You can start with maximum money if you want. And that of course makes the run quite a bit easier as well. I just like going at it like this, like glitchless, new game, and then without mystery locks, because I really don't like mystery locks. We do now have proper separation between that as well. There's 3 subcategories in terms of relic usage. There's no relics, or is it still called no relics? I think it is, even though it's somewhat of a misnomer. No relics is basically you may not have relics that affect gameplay in any tangible way. So like, sequence flare is allowed because that's literally just a visual thing that changes nothing. Falconite Period is allowed for like 100% runs and stuff, which no one's done, but like it also just like adds a collection total to the map, and that's all it does. And then Mark of the Speedrunner, because all that does is provide you with a load remove timer. And then nothing else is allowed. And then we have no mystery locks, which is what I'm running, which also allows signifying glass. And then there's just a general like relics subcategory, which allows use of any and all relics. You don't have to use all of them, but any of them are permissible. Whew, that actually was pretty tight. There's actually even some hard mode relics you want to turn on. It's kind of funny. And there's some easy mode, some that like make your life easier that you don't want to turn on. I should have done this first. I'm definitely gonna have to take another big shopping trip for more popcorns and ice creams, because I think I'm fairly low after the Tendu fight. Unfortunately, there's barely anything else we can buy. Like, I would love to buy more caramel corns and more barba papas, but they're not as readily available in stores. You have to make them yourself. Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. So this is what I call the RNG encounter skip. It's really just a gamble. Because like you're pressing the switch, and then during the cutscene the enemies move completely randomly, and there's really nothing you can do to make sure you get out without getting hit. More often than not, you just have to take this one, and that's just kind of that. I think as of late I've more often missed this than gotten it. I used to get it a couple times starting out. Like, it's just luck. The key guys, if they cast something, it's always going to be lock, who's there? Which is a bad move because that summons another guy to the fight, usually another key guy. And their locks also generate randomly, so... This looks like a good moment for a heat rock. Yeah, this is just a gauntlet 10, basically. There's 3 fights in here, which actually get progressively easier, I would argue. I don't have enough MP for sun balancing here, unfortunately. This should kill him. And then I'm gonna sun balancing on the key guy, which should get rid of the rest of them too. Sorry, Artie. Oh, he lived! Barely. Yeah, it's definitely gonna kill you, so I don't need to worry about the locks. I think it should kill the others. That's the Starborn Bracelet, so we have all the best equipment at this point. The DLC is fairly short in the speedrun. It is really just a 2-hour run and done thing. So the progression's pretty quick. I'm just gonna use Artie's turn to attack the Keymeister, and then sun balancing down the middle, and that should take care of this fight as well. Ooh, no, I can't do this, can I? I have no way of dealing fire-type damage on Artie's turn here. Well, so this is Split the Night. This is a pretty dangerous cast. This deals a lot of damage to all party members. You generally really don't want to let him get that off, but there was nothing I could do about it there. Yeah, I'm basically out of popcorn. That's not too good. See how much money I end up having. Hopefully this fight is very simple, because it should just take another sun balancing. No. This one. There we go. And so now before we get to the remaining 10s, there is a boss we have to do. If you remember, about 2 hours ago, we got beaten up by a bunch of clowns on the roadside. And so it's finally time, reference, for us to take our revenge. Because now we're playing by their rules. Now Valir's an acrobat, and Zayla's a juggler. And we can use all their damage types and stuff, so we're gonna do just that. I'm gonna sell some old gear as well. Did I never equip the Arcforged plating on Artie? Oh my god. Please hold. I sure never did. Artie's defense has been lower than intended this entire time. Well then. We have a good amount again, that's good. That's right, you said it! IFT! Alright, This fight is always going to open similar to this. It's always going to be one basic into one boosted basic. You just need to identify what it is. So the way this works is we're just going to be focusing down Poof, which is the guy on the right. He's weak to Gleam. Don't want to get this off. What we do to Piff doesn't really matter. We just want to kill Poof. Because as soon as we kill one of these, they shift into phase 2. The new move we got, Trapeze, deals very good, potentially infinite Gleam type damage. There's no way for me to do this. Not in one turn. So we're going to be using that a lot. This and the next phase as well. So Zeal's gonna build up one more life mana charge. And then the layer is gonna do, I guess, 2 boost Trapeze. Alright, pretty good. 123. I'm not actually that great at Trapeze. That was one of my better ones. So you can do it for quite a while. We've had some really good Trapezes in co-op. For now, especially, it's our best option. Because Heat Frog's not very good because we have 2 targets. One of which it does not matter what we do to them. Alright. So this is Pantouf. Yeah, this works. I can do this and then a Heat Frog. I'm actually gonna take the boost arm as well. You want to avoid this move. His forecast is hyper crit. Like there's an umlaut in there. There's a German Ü in there for some reason. Punches a character up to space and remove them from the party for a bit. And you don't want to have that happen. And you also get their HP set to 1 when they return. So, you know. This music goes hard, by the way. Pantouf was weak to laser and to gleam, which is very nice. Yeah, I'm gonna do a trapeze here. This fight is fairly easy on average. It might take a little bit depending on how lucky you get. Or how unlucky. Generally not a threat though. But I should be using a caramel form. Let's do a leapfrog. I actually can do this. Juggle Core does do this. Thinking about it for a moment. Sun bouncing. I don't remember how much HP this guy has, and I don't have my notes scrolled all the way down. I haven't scrolled them since Tendu. I think it's over 1,000. Probably. They do start to have quite a lot of HP at this point. I need to just recover for a bit. I have like no resources. I'm gonna take this partially for the party heal. And you can build more life mana. Pantouf doesn't even have haste applied to his timer, so he's very docile a lot of the time. I'm gonna go for a big heat frog here. not in his weakened animation yet, so we still have a bit to go. And even then we still have a bit to go because it's at 20%. Oh, there he is. Getting better at this game is really just like learning how to manage each situation better, learning how to read everything faster, like looking at your stats, at your resources and everything, and what you should be doing. Identifying ways to break different kinds of lock permutations, and just overall improving like your decision making. Decision making is like such a big part of this. In that sense, like, this run really reminds me of another RPG series that I used to speedrun, question mark? It's been a while. Specifically the Mega Man Battle Network series, where quick decision making was a huge factor in like getting like top level times, especially. Because like you have to quickly like look at the 5 chips you draw in your hand, you have to see if they synergize. You have to look at the battlefield, come up with a strategy to defeat the enemies, using those battle chips, or like come up with like a long game plan based on it. And yeah, I suppose that's just kind of the runs I do now, the types of runs I do. Speaking of Mega Man, did you know? They recently released the Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection, out on Steam and all latest gen consoles now, which I'm shilling because they said there was like an announcement that they might make a Star Force 4 if the collection sells well, so this is the RPGSU. The Mega Man Battle Network and I jumped off, awesome. The Mega Man Battle Network and Star Force series are RPG series. And they're really good RPG series as well. I am a huge fan, and I've sunk like 1,000 hours into each of them. So if you like Mega Man, and you also like RPGs, like deck builder, action RPGs, please go buy the Legacy collections and support Capcom, please. They're actually very high quality collections as well, unlike the first couple. They're also not that expensive, and they go on sale like all of the time. You can get the entire Mega Man franchise dirt cheap on Steam regularly. Like, it's actually incredible. So it's a good time to be getting into Mega Man. Alright, this is the last 10th that's left, and unfortunately it's one of the most difficult ones. There's several difficult encounter skips here. I'm just gonna kind of Hail Mary the first one here. Hope this works. I missed this one yesterday. Yeah. Cool, awesome. We get to do one of the worst fights in the video game. I should have taken just a second more until the bomb guy was walking to the left. That's unfortunate. I think it would have worked otherwise. This encounter is pretty awful. Bomb guy's gonna get his cast off as well. There's nothing I can do about that. This guy's gonna get his Split the Night cast off. Wonderful. What do I even do in this situation? Dale's probably gonna die. Like, I don't even know. This is a really rough encounter to take. Which is why I really hate when I take it. It's not actually that difficult to avoid, but it's like a really weird one to do. And it's a very risky one. Oh man. Now hopefully this is the last optional encounter we take in the entire run. We are approaching the end. probably still will be comfortably underestimated, so... Noctis warned me not to PB again today. Well, I suppose the warning has been heeded. We are absolutely not going to PB with this round. But that's okay. This is what I was expecting. Like, it's super hard for me to run this game while talking at the same time. A marathon. Or like even on my own stream as well. Like I just have to like lock in no mic if I want to run this game. Definitely a very involved run. It's a kind of a straining run for sure, which is why the shorter categories are really nice as well. I did actually submit True Ending to a really long-a-thon. They were going to take it as well, but then there was no availability for me. No time slot in which I would have fit for the marathon. For specifically the one that's going on right now, I think. Really lots of floors 7. Yeah, kind of unfortunate, but I did kind of expect it as well. It is what it is. I'll probably submit, probably submit it again next time. Okay, so that is the last optional we needed to avoid. Now we can just go. There's a chest over on the right containing the Infinity Lens, which is Artie's best weapon, but we're not going to be grabbing that. It's super out of the way and has you skip that encounter at the top like 2 more times. And it's not super worth. There's like 1 fight left in which the Infinity Lens would matter, and it doesn't make enough of a difference for it to really be worth it. We're gonna buy a last couple ice creams, and then yeah. So this is going to be not the final fight, but like the final real fight, kind of. That's not even. This is gonna be the Puppeteer boss fight. We finally get to face the Puppeteer herself, and she copies a game created by the Watchmaker called Wheels. Which is like the kind of like the card game or tabletop game that you can play in the taverns in this game. Because every RPG needs to have one of those. And this fight is pretty involved as well, and pretty luck-based as well. So she has 6 figurines right here. We want to dispose of all of them. 2 will be active at a time. 1 in the right slot, that's the blue slot. And 1 in the left slot, that's the orange slot. Probably actually should go for the cone first. The Watchmaker, the Puppeteer is always going to roll, and then based on what she rolls, her little figurines get like EXP, and get the ability to attack. So like, the blue starry background fields give EXP, and then they get to do a special attack once all 6 bars at the bottom there are full. And then, for every, like starting with 3, how do you even explain this? So like, if she rolls 3 blue ones, for instance, then the blue thingamajig over there on the right next to where the right figurine is standing It goes down by 1, and then if she were to roll 4, it goes down by 2, and then 5, 3, and so on and so forth. And then when that's all the way at the bottom... Great, these are both weak to fire and Zale's gone. Then they get to do a normal attack. What do I do in this case? Heat Frog is not very good, because there's a lot of targets in this one, which it would hit, and that does us no good, because we can attack all the wheels individually. I guess I'm just gonna try and focus on the clown. They do all have a weakness. Unfortunately, it's random who the puppeteer always swaps in and out and when. And Valeria's dead. Cool. There's little I could do about that. And she sometimes gets a lot of turns in a row just because she happens to roll a lot of good stuff, and then her EXP gauges are full, and so on and so forth. There is one move which is really helpful for both attacking the figurines and the wheels at the same time, which is Loon Bow. Man, this is pretty dire. Oh great, of course now she does this after I expend Valier's turn. I'm just sitting on these combo points with no good way to use them. Oh, she's switching into someone else. This guy is weak to laser. These figurines are all based on like common or popular like carnival type characters. The strongman has 300 HP, which is the most of any of them. But it is weak to laser, which we can take advantage of. But Leapfrog is also not very good. Suffers from the same problem that Heatfrog does here. This fight might take a while. Knife thrower. You're also weak to laser. Isn't that splitting? Okay. I'll use this. I'll use the... I don't think I've used this move yet. It's a very Mario and Luigi coded move, I'll say. Gifts fall from the sky, and then there can be cannonballs or cakes in them. I'll focus you down first. Now I should have 3 live mana charges. Pretty good. I think she still has like 100-ish left. Noise. Best cast in the game. Yeah, the Puppeteer does not work like any normal item. She very much plays by her own rules, but it's a very cool fight. Sure. Yeah, I don't think I could kill here. Now she is nearly dead. I'm just shy of another cake move, unfortunately. I guess I can do this? I've never used this move in the run. This is a healing move. It's alright. If you're trying to do no items in battle, it's actually quite good. Same with 2-Bit Bim, a move that Artie has I haven't used. That's also where his last upgrade comes in. Like, if you do his minigame, you get a move. You get an item that lets that deal damage to enemies as well, because it's normally a healing move. Using that, it can deal damage as well. Okay, Strongman goes, but she's nearly dead, so... Okay, who do I want to focus down first? Fortune teller is weak to bonk, I'm pretty sure. That's an easy target. Yeah, you're weak to fire, so I'm definitely going for you. I should have picked up the boost as well. Always want to try and use your boosts on like your infinite moves and such. Or sun balancing. Sun balancing tends to be quite good as well. This fight can take a long time depending on how things go. I think my previous PB had a really lucky puppeteer. Like, you can just like do all these in one turn sometimes. If you have the resources for it. Problem is you're gonna be hunting for resources a lot, like so much. I honestly wonder if I probably should like use ice creams and stuff more liberally during this fight, but I'm not gonna start on it now in the middle of it. Yeah, you want to be using. Oh, I don't have enough for this. You want to be using your big moves as much as possible when you can hit a weakness. These are both weak to fire, so I can't do much here. Probably actually should have healed already, because he's probably dying. Does he get to live? He does get to live, for now. I don't have the combo points for another cake, so I will still have to heal. So I already can finish off strongmen now, like basically for sure. But now, Mime is pretty damn dangerous. I do want to get rid of her. This is a pretty okay situation actually. I can attack both of these. Oh, I don't have any more caramel coins. Unfortunate. I can attack both of these pretty well. This one's weak to laser and the other one's weak to fire. Yeah, well. Clown's still there. That's unfortunate. Usually the healing's relatively negligible, but it can be annoying. Sometimes she will just do that as well. Sometimes she locks wheels at random, and sometimes she does also just peek. Or literally just cheat. It's a very fun fight, for sure. Sometimes only for her. Ow. That move does a lot of damage. I'm running out of revives. This is the last fight where I'll really need them, but still. Should probably take care of Knife, because she's already damaged. As soon as she's down to just one figurine, it becomes fairly easy. Thankfully. Because half of her actions are just gonna do nothing. Alright. to survive this. I think she's gonna take another action. No, okay. The puppeteer won't swap out dead characters ever, so you always need to revive. But we should be pretty good here. Just need to clean up. Get another heal in, and then we can start just chipping away at her. Definitely not a good puppeteer fight, but it's okay. As long as I don't die, that's fine. I was really just, like, the main goal for me was just not get a game over in this marathon, which I'm pretty damn sure we're gonna get at this point. There's not really anything threatening left. And if nothing else, I just wanted to get the game closer to people and show it off. I think has gone pretty well. Finally got the time block. She still hurts so much. There we go. Alright. GG's, GG. So, whew, finally done. Dweller of Scourge. Our final battle for this DLC. Time to cleanse the clock. However, we don't appear to be doing a lot of damage. As you can see, all our damage types are down, and Sun and Moon magic is up. But we don't have those. We kind of ditched those at the start of the DLC. So what are we gonna do? It's not looking very good for us. It's looking even less good now. And some big cutscene stuff. Yippee! And now we're back into our Solstice Warrior selves. Finally. Now we can use all our standard moves again. We're really just gonna be using Moonerang and Sunball for the most part though. This is the one fight where it also matters what file you generated from, or like, in general, what level you currently are in the base campaign starting the DLC. I don't have the combo points to do this. That's unfortunate. Because your stats and level carry over to this, and all your gear. I'm just gonna have to take this. Fine. So the file I generated from is actually not max level, because max level takes an extremely long time to grind to. Like, actually, like, I'm pretty sure from where I'm at right now, I'm level 26 and the max level is 30. It would take me like another 16 hours or so approximately to get to 30. For 4 levels? It's kind of crazy. But that's how it is. Like, they drop off the EXP extremely hard once you reach a new level. You're not really supposed to reach max level necessarily. Outside of maybe like doing a bunch of New Game Plus playthroughs. Actually fairly low on HP. Not really anything that happens often in this fight. It should be near the end, though. I guess what I'll do is this. Give me protection and healing. I'll let it live, at least. Okay, here, I've been waiting for him to do this. So now we finally have an enhanced version of our Solstice Strike, the Super Solstice Strike. Can also break Sun and Moon locks. That was like a signal finisher at the end. And now we can use our ultimate. I'm actually probably just gonna let this play out. We might as well. And this should kill him, I believe? Valier has an ultimate as well, with an equally sick animation. He's not dead, okay. Color me impressed. What I can still do is this, for about 1,000. There we go. Alright. And the finale. What's a good finale without a big golem punch-out? I'm pretty sure this is very much a reference to the finale of the Messengers DLC, Picnic Panic, which had a very similar thing going on at the end with the Arcane Golem also doing a big old punch-out fight, which is very funny how it ties into that as well. So there's two things he can do. He has 6 prompts, which are 3 of which are like serious, and 3 of which are like passive. When he does a serious prompt, I defend and then risky attack. When he does a passive prompt, I defend and then attack. And that's literally all it is. This fight is extremely easy and practically not losable. It just takes a bit to actually get there. We're coming up on time very shortly. So this is going to be the final hit when I risky attack here. And then time is going to be in the little sequence that comes after, when they're floating above the tent. When the Arcane Golem smashes the Corrupted Gear. So coming up very shortly. 3, 2, 1, time! And that's it! That is Sea of Stars, Throes of the Watchmaker. What a run! That was like 226 IGT? Or like load remove time? It was really like a flat 227, I guess. That means it was probably like 230-ish real time? Which is not bad. My PB was sitting around that for a long time, but boy. it's just so easy to tell that I cannot fully focus while talking. But yeah, no. Very, very nice showcase run still, I would argue. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time. I hope you were able to follow along with everything I was talking about. I know it's a lot to take in if you haven't played the game. But if you haven't played the game, why? You should. Like now. Like go open Steam, go look for Sea of Stars and buy it now. This is an order. Yeah, no, I hope I was able to bring this game closer to people. I really, really, really like it. There's so much like intricate stuff happening. There's so much cool things you can do. If you're playing with mystery locks off, especially in the main campaign, there's so much flexibility. There's a way out of like every situation. There's a lot of other concepts in the main campaign as well. We barely have any ultimate moves in the DLC, only at the very end. There's the concept of turn delay doesn't exist in any move in the DLC, which is another like big thing. You can't swap any party members. Like the main campaign has even more. So yeah, it's a good adventure. It's a pretty long involved game. But if it at all interests you, then definitely check it out. Yeah, like I said, if you want to get into running this game, check out the Sabotage Speedrun Discord, where we have a whole bunch of channels dedicated to just every category in Sea of Stars, or glitch hunting, or routing, and all that good stuff. Sorry, the cutscenes are very loud. Like the animated cutscenes. But yeah, I think that is going to be it from me. The marathon will still be going on for a while. There's many more amazing runs to come. So, yeah. Thank you very much for having me. I hope you enjoyed the run. And, yeah. I will probably see you again for another RPG run down the line, because I tend to run a lot of them, and I definitely want to show more of them off. So, I'll be seeing you in the future, I'm sure. Till then, bye-bye.